Because these are 63-year-old vocal cords. In 5 months, I'll be 64. See, back in the day, I used to say, and now I'm ready back to you. Now I need to say, and now I'm rolling good. And yeah, I gotta walk with a stick. But Moses had a stick. In other words, and I want to thank the staff of this promotion that handled me with so much care and appreciation. But I don't do this because I'm a star. My mother never put me on the picnic table at the family reunion and say, okay, now we're going to listen to little Freddie. Oh, yeah, I was little once. But she never did that. She never pushed me. As a matter of fact, my mother heard me singing when I was like 6, 7 years old, a Michael Jackson song, oh, baby, give me what I can say. And she said, you know, if you open your mouth, you can sing like that little boy. And I said, oh, you heard me? And I was so shy that I made a vow, oh, you won't hear me again. So I took my little record player. Okay, so a record player. It's a little box. And it holds a little 45 record. And you put it on there and it has a little arm. And you have this little yellow disc in the middle. And it drops it and then it just, you put the needle down and so if millennials say, what is a record player? Okay, a DJ, that's basically what he does. Then as we got older, there was a stereo hi-fi set. Now I don't know how it was over here across the pond. But over there, we had this big old piece of furniture that was as long as this stage. And it matched the wood paneling that was on the wall. And it played these things called albums. And when it would let it down, the arm would come over. And sometimes it would get dusty and you just pick it up and blow it off. And then sometimes the record would jump a little bit, so what you do is you take a rubber band and a nickel and you put it on top of the arm and it'll hold it down so you can play. And most of them had a TV in it right next to it. And after time it didn't work, so only the TV would come on but the sound wouldn't. So we would take a little TV and put it on top of the big TV. See, y'all don't know nothing about that because you know what, y'all got money over here. That's where I come from. And one of the reasons that I talk to other people who feel like they're mistakes. And that's my longevity. The Lord is looking for somebody who wants to communicate. I was in the studio, I'm going out on tour with Kirk Franklin, Yolanda Adams, Marvin Sapp, and the Clark sisters. And if y'all pray real hard, we'll come over here to Wimble. Y'all have to make some noise. It is the hottest ticket in America right now, selling out arenas. And I'm on my way out with them. And
bring it in.
Yeah, we want to bring it. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to say, man, I'm going to say, you got to stop and be Hammond. Y'all saying something, but we got to stop wherever this is. And now if we come over here, tell everybody, because we need y'all to come on out. But nevertheless, I don't consider myself that guy. I appreciate the grace that you all have blessed me with, that God has blessed me with, to be, let's use this word, famous, right? But listen what famous really is. Famous is just a person, a regular person that a lot of other regular people know. If they do not wash, they will stink. They got to go to the restroom and their feet, they're just regular people now. So when God elevates one of you all, don't get all uppity in such a way. But I'll tell you this. The thing I'm always reminded of is that my mom and my dad were married to two other people. Y'all will get that in a minute. And if they were appropriate, there would be no me. And they got together, a pastor and a musician. And the next thing you know, ta-da! And the church, they protected my father. And they hid him. And they took my mom and sent her away in shame. So me and her. But even before that, when she found out she was pregnant, can you imagine? Some of them, don't raise your hand if this happened to you, if you having to have a situation. But you know the feeling of when you see the stick, or you get the call and say, hey, you're pregnant. And you're in the church, your family, what your family gonna say? What the people gonna say? What you gonna do? The fear, the torment that comes over your body. Well, it came over her. And so she figured she would go and take care of it. So she went to the clinic and looked in. And they said, you're going to go home, going to perform the procedure, 2 days. You're going to have a miscarriage. Bring the fetus back and we'll dispose of it. Because in the 60s, it was against the law. But they had a workaround. So they did it. They performed it. And she waited 2 days. She waited 3 days. There's something about the third day. I don't know what y'all. She said, I don't think it worked. She said, well, come on back. We'll take a look. And I wasn't a no weapon or an uncle or a dad or an artist or anything. I wasn't it. So they looked in and they said, oh yeah, it's still there. We'll get it this time. Because the first time, the Lord took his hand and pushed me out the way. The second time, my mom felt like she heard the Lord say, now I'm going to kill you if you do go through with this. See, that's what religion do to you. It make you think God talk crazy like that. I'm going to kill you. Thank God for religion. And she got up and ran out, putting clothes on. And then, ta-da. And we had a beautiful love relationship, but she did not. She told me this before she died. She said, I didn't like you, but I loved you. My mother would fight any one of y'all if y'all came up on me. Oh, no, she can't fight. She can't fight, but she will fight you. But our relationship was strained because I was her shame my whole life. Well, when I got a record, then things changed. She was able to walk because all the while before then, everybody said, can't no good come out that woman right there. Look at that little bastard right there. Yeah, some of y'all just really got it nice. But I was called everything. I was a bastard. I was illegitimate. I was this. And I kept hearing as a bastard, as an illegitimate child. I kept out there in the hood. I kept hearing the voice of the Lord. At one time he said, you're going to do some great things for me. And I would tell people, and they'd be like, oh man, get out of here. I didn't even know who my daddy was. But they knew. And they talked about me and my mama like a dog. And so many years, 20-something years, she held her head down, and I was her shame. But she took care of me. She made sure that I had what I needed. Then one day, I got the call that I was going to play bass for the Winans. And I never forget, I walked past the door when I told my mother she was on the phone, and she said, girl, my son plays for the #1 group in the country. You can't tell me nothing now. And slowly but surely, the shame was able to go over to her and lift her head up. And I became this guy. And she got front row seats to everything. She walked in with her head held high. And all the people that talked junk about her was now trying to run, hey, Mildred, hey. Nah. I almost said the N-word. I mean, listen, it came close. I'm 63, so I say stuff now. But since I want to be back, I want to come back again. I won't say it, but she looked at, nah, I don't know. Come over here with all that now. See, back then you ain't know me. Now my son is this, and now y'all up on me. But basically, if you feel like you're a mistake in any kind of way, I told that story because that's just who I am. I am a mistake that tells other mistakes about the goodness of glory of